This is Andy Purewal for ID Boxing. I'm joined by Charlie Edwards here in Sheffield. Charlie, before we come on to yourself, you've just witnessed your brother Sonny put on another terrific display to retain his IBF world title. Walk me through what you made of his performance against Alvarado here tonight.
Masterclass. One word is all you need, isn't it? Absolute masterclass. Listen, I've been saying this for years and years and years. Sonny is a special fighter. He's one of his era, you know. He's like a Floyd Mayweather. People used to laugh, people used to take the piss, but he's very special, very talented. He shows but when he boxes, no one gets near him. Where he keeps switching the angles, no one gets near him. He's choosing now to sit in the pocket, to feel comfortable, to feel shots out. Blocking, defence was unbelievably on point today. I didn't like him sitting there in the pocket. But when he starts blocking, and not really anything's going through, it's just hitting the gloves, and then he's countering out and shocking out Alvarado like that, you can't really fault him. He's in control all the time. He does what he wants when he wants, and he gets a lot of stick because of the way he is on Twitter and the way he goes off on things. But he's a clever man, you know. He does it for a purpose, for a reason, to get people talking. And people are always talking, whether they love him, whether they hate him. They're going to tune in to watch him. They want him to win, they want him to lose. It doesn't matter because the eyes are going to be there and people are going to keep making noise. And that's what this sport's about, to keep yourself out there, to keep yourself active. And when he's performing like that, he just deserves all the credit, and I hope people start to give him credit. I think he's growing a lot more on people. His performances are getting better. He's maturing more. He's switching his head on and focusing so much more on in-between training camps, how he can make them little 1% count. And he's getting better and better, you know, and he makes the weight easy. He could go down a weight. He could win a world title down at light flyweight and then move up to super flyweight and probably win a world title. So he's got a very, very, very long career ahead of him. And yeah, he keeps getting better. He's 19-0 now, and it don't look like he's going to get beat anytime soon.
Charlie, it's not something that we've been used to throughout Sonny's career, to see him kind of sit in the pocket a little bit more and stand off and trade with his opponents. Is that just a sign as to how we may see his style evolve and develop as we move forwards towards those even bigger fights?
I think he does it to prove a point. I think he's doing it to prove a point. I know he is not stupid enough. He's a very clever fighter to do it if he felt uncomfortable. And the minute he feels uncomfortable, he'll get back on his bike. Yes, it's a risk, but I wouldn't like to see him do it. I'd like to see him just nullify someone out. But I think he has a point to prove, because everyone tries to say he's a boring boxer, and he can't punch. He can punch because he keeps them at bay. They respect what they're getting hit with, 100%. They know. You can see the looks on the faces when they do get caught and they take a little step back. But I think he's lovely to watch, you know. He's exciting. Out here in Sheffield, he's growing his fan base more and more. Putting on performances like that is just going to get more people wanting to watch him. So he's doing everything right. You can't really fault him, can you? You can't say nothing, because he'll just be like, what? Wait, hang on a minute, I'm 19-0, you ain't. So
Final one on Sonny, Charlie. He mentioned Bam Rodriguez. How do you think he fares in that fight? Because Bam is certainly a special talent himself.
Yeah, Bam's a very special talent, and it makes for a great fight. I don't think Bam would have fought anyone like Sonny, and I don't think Sonny would have fought anyone like Bam. So it's a real legacy fight, Ring Magazine stuff, unifications. I think that will be the closest fight to be made. I don't think Martinez wants to know. He's outpricing himself. And I don't think Artem Dalekane wants to know either. So I think that makes the most sense. And Sonny deserves them fights. He always wants big fights. He don't turn down no one. So it's an interesting fight. Hopefully Bam goes out and wins the WBO comfortably, because let's not talk past the future opponent. You can't disrespect anyone in this game. Coming down the weight, you got to see what he's like when he's coming down from super flyweight to flyweight. Even though it's £3, it can take your soul away.
Right, Charlie, just picking that back up there. My battery light had died, so I've just swapped it out for a new one. Yeah, it has been. And your brother can talk, certainly. We just had, what must have been a 40-minute press conference. Just kind of moving on to yourself, Charlie. What's the latest with you? Everybody's keen to see you back in the ring now. So can you update everybody?
I'm fucking keen to see myself back in the ring. I'm going through a very frustrating time at the moment. No fault of my own. My manager Joe Galligari sorting things behind the scenes, and when I can speak about more things, I will. But we hope to be back. I was hoping before Christmas. Don't look like it, most probably not. It's only 6 weeks away now. So January looks like I won't be having no Christmas, but I've had enough time to myself. Although I've been training very, very hard and developing and filling into the bantamweight division. Next year, it's going to be January, I reckon. I would like to be out. I could go in 5 weeks, put it that way. I could. I'm in a good position. I've been training my ass off. I train all the time. I live the life. I eat healthy food. I only need 5 weeks' notice. I need to spar and then get in the ring. But will that happen? Most probably not. It's been a very frustrating time for me. Like, I'm sitting here watching my brother shine under the lights. And am I jealous? Yeah, because I want my time again. I want to be in there. But it showed me this time out that I'm hungry. I'm hungry for it. I want it. I've developed massively outside of the ring, not just physically, but mentally. I'm a different animal now. When I'm back, and when I get the ball rolling, I'm gonna take off big time. And I look forward to being in big fights, big nights. I just want big fights, big names, big fights that people want to watch. I'm 29. I'm coming into the peak years of my career. I'm not weight drained no more. It's gonna be a good ride at bantamweight.
Charlie, big fights, big names. I asked your brother about one Yafai brother who fought out in Abu Dhabi. He had another Yafai brother fighting on that card in Kal, who's been linked with you throughout your career, as you have with him. Firstly, what did you make of Kal's performance out in Abu Dhabi on the Bivol Ramirez card?
I just don't believe it's going to happen. Off the back of that performance, he's about to have a kid. I've been through the journey of having a kid, the big change. I think he retires. Generally do. I don't think he's got it in him anymore. What kind of fighter, on their comeback fight at bantamweight, comes in 2 pounds over the day before? That shows a lot. That shows you're not a hungry fighter. He also fought a fighter.
I think that was at a catchweight pre-agreed, unless I've been told something wrong.
Okay. So it might have been at a catchweight, but what I'm saying is you're entering the bantamweight division. Your goal is to be a 2-weight bantamweight world champion. That's your goal. You should be coming in tip-top shape, hitting the bantamweight limit. You've moved up from super flyweight. You've drafted in a super flyweight to fight a bantamweight, and you didn't make the bantamweight limit. So that just goes to show that maybe he's not a hungry fighter anymore. He's earned a lot of money out of the sport. All due respect for him. And you know what? I actually like Kal. Like when he announced he was having a kid, I messaged him and I said, you know what, Kal? I said, well, all said and done in boxing. Boxing's a business. I said, beautiful journey. I said, congratulations, enjoy it. I'm happy for you and your wife, because at the end of the day, we are people. Yeah, I want to fight him. I've always wanted to fight him. Like I said, big names, big fights. What the British public want to get involved and want to see, you know. Do I believe he wants to fight me? No, I'm wrong for him, for one. His performance showed, yet again, he has no footwork. He comes in over his front foot and he wants to fight a short arm bent fight all the time. I'm all wrong. I'm long. I'm unorthodox at times. I can switch it. And now in the bantamweight division, I'm not weight trained. I'm punching. He don't want to fight me. And if he does, I know Eddie wants it. Eddie spoke to me a few shows ago, I think in Nottingham, and said, Kal's fighting over in Abu Dhabi, getting his warm-up. And then, I think we should make the fight. Yeah, of course you want to make the fight. I'm world ranked. Where's Kal now? I'm the only one that Kal needs. And I'm aware of that. I said, yeah, of course, we'll have a conversation. But when that conversation comes, Eddie Earn best know he ain't going to mug me off like he done throughout some of my fights in my early stage when I was very naive. I'm the A-side now, you know. So I'm open for the conversation. I want the fight. I've always wanted the fight, but I will not be mugged off. Do I think he wants to fight? No. Will he take the fight? Don't think so. I think he will retire. But I'm sure the British fans would like it. I need a name to relight my fire. Although I'm 10 times the fighter I was when I was world champion, right now, I need a name. Kal Yafai is a name. Kal Yafai is a name. Sonny Edwards is a name. Like, Might make two brothers fight each other. That could be a good one. But will it happen? I don't think so. Personally, I'm kind of sick and tired of it, like hoping on this false promise, like. And if it does happen, I will knock him out.
Financially, Charlie, would you say that the Kal Yafai fight is arguably, at this stage at least, on your comeback, one of the most rewarding, if not the most rewarding, potentially for you?
I do believe, yes. Yeah, I do believe that because people will be interested in it. Like I said, I am world ranked. I'm 2 fights away from being world champion again. You know, bantamweight, Paul Butler versus Inui. Who knows what's going to happen in that fight? The belts might come vacant after that. Who knows? I'm in a position to go. Who knows? Things might happen. Eddie might pull a few strings, and me and Kal Yafai next year could maybe fight for a vacant world title. But yeah, of course it's going to be the lucrative fight. But it will happen if it happens, when it happens, you know. But I'm always have been. I think everyone's known that. Maybe he needs me. Maybe he's struggling a bit with his finances and he needs it so much that he will fight me now. He's still driving around in his 70 or 80 grand Porsche that he was talking about 4 years ago. So maybe he will want to fight, but we don't know.
Final one, Charlie, and just kind of on a bit more of a sadder note. We had the news yesterday about Callum Johnson has decided to retire from the sport, somebody you've got to know well in Gallagher's gym. Just get your thoughts on that and obviously just kind of Callum's well-being and how he's holding up.
Callum's a great lad, real good. I've known him since like way back when the GB days and that, and seen him go through. I feel so sorry for him. He's had the unluckiest career ever. He has had no luck on his side. He's done very well, getting where he's got, winning the titles he's won along the way. But every dog has its day, you know. And boxing is a mentally taxing sport, and you can only go through so much shit. Do you know what I mean? You can only go through so much shit without thinking, do you know what, now it's time to walk away. And he's at the age, he's got a family, you know, and things weren't happening, and he had the 2 failed. He got COVID twice when he was supposed to fight Joe Smith, and you can only take so much. And I wish him all the best. I've messaged him and that and been in touch with him. And I think, personally, I do think it was a long time coming. I see him in the gym and, like, he wasn't happy. And a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And when you can see someone who's not enjoying it no more, it's the right thing to do.
Right, Charlie, we will leave it there now because your entire team has left you, and I imagine they've all gone to the after party and left you here too. But thank you for speaking to me in ID Boxing.
Nice one. Thank you for having me.